Welcome back to Scaro, the channel where we take the world's most desirable performance machines and break them down in detail, so you know exactly what deserves your attention and investment. Today we're diving into a legend reborn, a car that already carved its name deep into automotive history but now returns sharper, louder, and impossibly more dramatic than ever. This is the 2026 Ferrari 812 GTS, a front-engine V12 masterpiece that defiantly refuses to let the wave of electrification dim the raw mechanical beauty of pure combustion power. If you've ever wondered what modern Ferrari passion looks like when perfectly blended with deep-rooted tradition and cutting-edge innovation, you're about to witness it in full detail. Let's begin with the exterior, because that's where the 812 GTS establishes its formidable presence long before you ever hear its engine roar to life. Ferrari didn't dramatically overhaul the silhouette for the 2026 model, but they masterfully refined it in all the ways that truly matter. The long, sculpted hood stretches forward like the prow of a ship, powerfully hinting at the 12-cylinder masterpiece that lies beneath, while the muscular haunches rise dramatically over the rear wheels with that unmistakable, aggressive Ferrari stance. The proportions are those of a classic Grand Tourer, but every single detail has been executed with a completely modern sensibility. The front end now features sharper LED matrix headlights with a more focused, predatory gaze, giving the GTS a forward-leaning, ready-to-pounce stance that feels alive even when the car is completely stationary. Traveling down the side profile, the aerodynamic channeling has been carefully revised, particularly around the rocker panels and the front air intakes. Ferrari's engineers have tweaked the geometry of these ducts to reduce cabin turbulence when the roof is lowered, which means you can savor the full convertible experience without being buffeted by excessive wind noise at higher speeds. And speaking of the roof, the retractable hardtop remains one of the finest pieces of convertible engineering on the planet. In a mere 14 seconds, it seamlessly transforms the 812 GTS from a sleek V12 coupe into a sun-drenched open-air roadster. And this operation can be performed at speeds up to 30 miles per hour. Ferrari hasn't messed with this near-perfect system. They've simply refined the sound insulation and improved the motor controls for even smoother, quieter operation. Moving around to the rear, the evolutionary enhancements continue. The signature quad taillight setup is now slimmer, with a more intricate three-dimensional internal structure that seems to glow like red crystal when illuminated at night. The rear diffuser has grown slightly in size, incorporating revised aerodynamic fins that direct airflow upward to boost high-speed stability. And the quad exhaust tips, polished to a mirror finish, enormous in scale, and symphonically functional, remain a defining signature, broadcasting to anyone behind you that this isn't merely a fast car. It's a profound statement of intent. Now, let's step inside the cabin, because this is where Ferrari has made some of the most noticeable and welcome updates for 2026. The cockpit retains a familiar, intensely driver-focused Ferrari layout, aggressive, purpose-built, and beautifully crafted. But the materials and onboard technology have taken a clear and significant leap forward. The dashboard now features a new dual-screen layout, a fully digital instrument cluster that's sharper and smoother than ever before, paired with an expanded passenger side display that allows your co-pilot to feel more engaged in the journey, whether they're monitoring vehicle speed, navigating, or selecting media. The steering wheel continues Ferrari's bold, driver-centric philosophy with nearly every major control mounted directly on it, from the turn indicators and wiper controls to the iconic Menatino driving mode selector. For 2026, the haptic feedback controls have been thoughtfully refined, offering more subtle tactile response and better resistance. Ferrari clearly listened to prior feedback and has made these controls feel more intuitive and natural while maintaining that futuristic, high-tech vibe. The seats are a standout improvement. Still lightweight and performance-oriented, they are now wrapped in a new generation of leather that is both noticeably softer and more durable. The side bolstering can even adjust automatically depending on your selected driving mode, hugging you more securely in race mode and relaxing slightly for comfort during longer journeys. And because this is, at its heart, a Grand Tourer, Ferrari has enhanced the cabin's sound-deadening materials when the roof is raised, making extended drives less fatiguing without ever dulling the thrilling character of the V12 behind you. But let's be completely honest. While interior upgrades are impressive, the real heart, soul, and identity of the 2026 Ferrari 812 GTS, its very reason for existing, is the engine. Ferrari has steadfastly clung to what enthusiasts around the world have begged them to preserve: a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12. No turbochargers, no hybrid assistance, just pure, unapologetic internal combustion glory. For 2026, Ferrari has tuned this magnificent power plant to deliver a slightly higher redline, now screaming all the way to approximately 9,300 revolutions per minute. Power output climbs modestly to an estimated 830 horsepower, delivered with that razor-sharp, instantaneous response that only a naturally aspirated engine can provide. You don't get a sudden spike of turbo torque or an artificial electric shove. Instead, the power builds with the linearity of a rising tidal wave, urging you onward and daring you to keep your foot planted just a fraction longer. The performance figures are staggering. Acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour arrives in about 2.8 seconds, and top speed crests over 211 miles per hour. One of the most significant differences you'll feel in this updated GTS is the improved calibration of its 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. It now shifts more intelligently and at lower revs during relaxed cruising, but snaps through gears with ferocious, instantaneous precision the moment you select race mode. Ferrari has also reworked the car's advanced traction and stability control systems, making them more transparent and less intrusive. They feel more natural and intuitive, which in turn inspires greater confidence when pushing the car toward its limits. On the road, the 812 GTS is an equal parts blend of brute strength and ballet dancer. The steering remains hydraulically assisted, a characteristic Ferrari refuses to abandon in this model because of the unmatched purity and feedback it delivers. The handling is razor-sharp yet never nervous or twitchy. The chassis has been stiffened thanks to revised subframe bracing, which compensates for the structural compromise inherent in a convertible, ensuring it feels as solid as a fixed-roof coupe. With the roof down, you are treated to that sensational open-air experience, with the V12's apocalyptic soundtrack washing over you like rolling thunder. Yet cabin turbulence remains impressively well controlled. With the roof up, it behaves like a supremely competent GT coupe, solid, composed, and quiet enough for serious cross-country travel. As for fuel efficiency, sure, it exists. But if you're considering a V12 Ferrari, the only numbers that truly matter are the ones dancing on the tachometer and the speedometer. Now let's talk about the price, because owning a piece of Ferrari's storied V12 legacy does not come cheap, and it never should. The 2026 Ferrari 812 GTS starts at around $450,000, but the extensive list of options can easily push the final price well beyond $550,000, depending on your choices for custom paint, comprehensive carbon fiber packages, interior upgrades, and personalization through Ferrari's exclusive tailor-made program. Here's the critical part to understand. This might very well be one of the last open-top, naturally aspirated V12 Ferraris ever produced. That fact alone ensures demand will be extraordinarily high, and that factory allocations will be extremely limited. So, is the 2026 Ferrari 812 GTS worth it? If you're searching for cutting-edge electric vehicle technology or a silent, serene cruising experience, this is unequivocally not your car. But if you desire one of the purest, most emotional driving experiences left in the automotive world, wrapped in breathtaking design and powered by an engine that feels genuinely alive, then the answer is a resounding yes. It is worth every single cent. This car is a celebration of a glorious era, a tribute to the highest art of mechanical engineering, and a powerful reminder that raw, unfiltered emotion still has an irreplaceable place in the world of high-performance automobiles. Thanks for watching Scaro. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Ferrari 812 GTS, make sure to subscribe to our channel, drop a like on this video, and tell us in the comments which incredible machine you'd like to see us feature next. Until then, keep your engines warm and your roads open.